And here we are at the reviewing area, and here is the SH Monsterarts Alien Big Chap from the 1979 movie Alien. And yes, like I said, this figure that we're taking a look at, or this alien or xenomorph that we're taking a look at, is made by SH Monsterarts. Not Revel Tech, like the other one that I reviewed in the past was made from. This is by SH Figuarts. And this figure is a little more, has a little more articulation to him than the Reveltech one, which y'all will see. But anyways, so first off, let's take a closer look here. And already, as you can see on the head, you can see that the skull on top of the head is, unlike the Reveltech one, is fully exposed. But you do have like some, well, some of that blackish paint on the inside of the head here. But and getting a closer look here, you could see the nice detail work of the skull there, which, like I said, unlike the Reveltech one, which I have reviewed, you could still see it, but this one here, you can now fully see it. And like I said, it does still have some of that blackish fading here on the skull itself. But you can still see a lot of it. And going down to the rest of the head here. Now, the entire body does have some silver paint to it. And it also does have some of that silver dry brushing to it as well. And the teeth are nicely painted silver. Oops. Almost knocked him over. And you could see more of that silver paint to it. And going down to the body here, where you can see more of that silver dry brushing to it. And on the arms here, and the hands, which do have some silver paint on the nails here. And here, the hands here, the hands you can see are are two different, the hands are the two different posable hands, because I have swapped out one of the hands already. And yes, this does have some swappable hands, but like interchangeable hands. But once you get this figure, he does come with these hands that are installed on the figure once you get him out. But showing off more of the detail work, you do have more of that silver dry brushing effect, and going down to the legs and the feet here with the silver painted in toenails. And on the back, you of course have the little tubes here and the spine here. And of course the tail here, which when you get this figure out of the box, the tail does come disassembled. So some assembly is required when you get this figure out of the box. But the tail here is nicely done and does have the stinger, the stinger part here on the tip. But there is an issue I have with the tail, and you can already see it already, but I'll get to that when we get to the articulation. And on the back of the legs here, all around, and he does have these things that are on the back of his elbows. And all around, it is the same as the Reveltech version, but this does have a little more paint apps to him, like the silver dry brushing to it and other things. And this figure does have some, from what I remember, he does have some die-cast metal on him, from what I heard of. And that is, he does have like some die-cast metal on the feet here. Yeah, the feet are die-cast metal. And I think the knees are die-cast metal, from what I remember. Yeah, they look like they are. Oh, but and this stinger part of the tail is also die-cast metal. So this figure does have a bit of weight to him. And I think he does have a little more die-cast metal to him. if he does have a little more to him, let me know in the comment section below. But here's the side view and the back here. And the other side. And just all around, really, really cool. Now for articulation. The head, gonna have to adjust the camera some. Now, the head does have some articulation to it, but it is really limited due to these things here getting in the way, just like on the Reveltech one. I mean, it can like somewhat hold a pose, but from what y'all saw here while I was trying to, yeah, I'm trying to get the head to look this way, but it just ends up fixed on the front here. And it does have a little bit of up and down, but not much. And I even tried to get him to move this direction here, but oh, there we go. There we go. So it does move, but you have to be, I think you have to be really careful of how you're moving the head, because if not, it'll spring from him looking at the front. So I would have liked a little more range to the head, but that's just me. And of course the mouth does open and close, and you can see inside you do of course have the inner jaw piece, which does come out, and in the instructions it says that you have to like put his face down so it can fall out, and yep, there you go. That's like an easier way to have the second inner jaw piece fall out of his mouth. And some people did have a problem with it not coming out, but if yours is having a problem, there is a way to fix it. And that is, if you're having troubles trying to get this inner jaw piece out of his mouth, the way to fix it is you come to the back of the jaw piece, the back of the bottom jaw piece, and sand it down or file it down some, so that way it can drop out a lot better. I did not have a problem with it when I first got it out of the box. So I guess I was the lucky one that did not have a problem with it. But getting a closer look at the inner jaw, you just have some silver paint on the teeth and some tan, like a tannish plastic to it, but with some nice detail work on it. And to get it back in, what I would do is I would hold him upside down and kind of shake the figure, and also kind of open his mouth a little wider, so that way it retracts back inside, and then close the mouth up. And the arms, they do rotate all the way around, move in and out, and the arms do move a lot better than the Reveltech one. And I think they are on, yes, the arms are on ball joints. Didn't notice that until now. So they are on ball joints. And they do have a bicep swivel. And for the elbows, you have a double jointed elbow. And the hands do have a ball joint here. And the base of the wrist is also on a ball joint as well. So you do have a lot of range of motion. And the inside of the hands do have some nice detail work on it. And now for the torso. The torso, or the chest, has 3 separate joints to it. It has a joint here which can move side to side and move up and down a little. And the torso does have a ball joint here, and the waist has a ball joint here. And he can, with all these joints here on the torso, he can crunch really, really good. But of course, he cannot arch back really good due to the spine getting in the way. And and to show y'all on the back, because the back does have some articulation. This thing does move up and down, and these tubes do move as well because they're on ball joints. And the legs, okay. The legs can shift down, so that way the legs can move forward really good and back some. They move out Okay, okay. They do move out, but only about this far. Yeah. So so they only move out they only move out like somewhat. Like only about to here. But you can have like a thigh swivel here. And he does have okay. Okay, he has double jointed knees. And the feet can move up and down, have a little bit of an ankle pivot, and they can also rotate. And even the toes have a separate joint here, where you can see that cut joint there. They also have their own joint. And they can also, the toes can also move up and down as well. And now for the tail. But I have to check and see if I didn't accidentally. Yeah, okay. I was checking to see if I didn't accidentally forgot anything, but I don't think I didn't. Now for the tail. And already, as you can see, the problem I have with it is it does have a number of joints, but it doesn't really want to stay up that well. I think if you just leave it at a pose, it will stay, but yeah, as you can see, well, okay, well, right now it is holding up a pose, but if you mess around with it, but if you mess around with it kind of a little too much, it will kind of droop down. But here, now it is like holding up. But I know if you like tap on the figure, it will droop down. And to show y'all the articulation of the tail, it has a number of ball joints here. I can't really count how many there are. Oh, and that they can also swivel here. I think that is from one of the ball joints. And the stinger part does also rotate as well on its own. Yeah. It has like a number of ball joints so you can get the tail in a lot of crazy poses, but I could not really count how many that there are. And the issue I have with it is, like y'all already saw, it doesn't really hold up that well when you're posing him. I mean, it will, but I think if you don't mess around with this figure too much and just leave it alone, it will hold up. And his mouth just came open. Now I'm just gonna stand him up some. Okay. And that is the articulation. And for accessories, he doesn't really come with a lot. Just only a couple that he comes with. So, of course, as you can already tell on the hands, he does have interchangeable hands. And like I said, when you get this figure, these are the hands that comes attached on the figure when you get this figure out of the box. But of course, he does come with these that are in a pose here. But also, oh, and so swapping the hands is really easy, though sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly to do, of removing and popping on the hands when you're interchanging these hands. But also, what I want to show y'all, now I'm going to have to get him out of the way, because I want to show y'all this. On the inside here, now, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to have to try and adjust the light here some. There we go. You could see on the inside here, they have a sculpted in R and L on them, which tells you what's left and what's right. So here you can see there's a sculpted in R there, and the other one has a sculpted in trying to get the camera to focus here. There we go. There we go. You could see that little L there. Yeah, you could see that's sculpted in L right there, which tells you this is a left hand here. Right there. So they tell you what hand is left and what hand is right when you're swapping out the hands here. Now let's get him back here. And the last accessory, well, I'm going to get him out of the way again so I could show you the last accessory that he comes with. And the last accessory that he comes with is a display stand. Where here you can see it has alien Big Chap and a lot of green stuff, which is supposed to represent blood. And the aliens, well, these aliens or xenomorphs have blood that's made out of acid, which can, of course, burn you. But the display stand does look really cool here. And it does have this armature piece that has 3 joints, a swivel here, and these things from the claw here that moves as well. And of course you can insert it here, but you can also, on the bottom, you can take off these things. Well, it's easier to do it from the top here. You would push on these things, which would now allow you to remove these off. And you can also do the same thing on the other side as well. So you can attach the posable arm on the other 2 pegs or holes here. So you do have some options. And that is like from the SH Figuarts Naruto's display stand, because Naruto and this figure have the same 3 holes that you can attach the stand onto either one of the holes. And that was my very first toy review that I did. And let's get him back here. And that is it for the figure and everything else. So we will be back with our final thoughts here.